inside and out route caught at the Panther 49, and it's Milner out of bounds.
Good heady play by Milner. I thought maybe he could take a couple steps and pick up the first down before he went out of bounds, but he did what he had to do, got out of bounds.
I think the route is you get the route, you catch the ball, you get out of bounds, and you stop that clock right now with no timeouts remaining. So they're across midfield, second down and about 3 from the 49-yard line.
Did you see their kicker in pregame?
I did not, no. Oh, a little bit of offside. They won't call it. Benton fires it deep across the middle, incomplete. Intended for Milner on the drag route. That time they had whoever was on the right side at the tight end spot. He had a good step and a half across the line and behind the Smith Station line that time.
I think that was Corson that knocked it down. We just put a whole new defense in. A front 7 just about.
They go with the speed rush right now as they got more of the prevent in, as they got 3 down linemen right now for the Panthers.
Well, here comes
almost a dime. Yeah, they got 3 over the top right now. Back under pressure. Benton steps up, steps away, and runs the far side, throws a short pass. Caught by Foster at the 40. He's on his feet to the 30. Hit, upended, and spun around down to about the 27-yard line with 34 seconds to go. Again, Benton could have taken off big time there, but elects to check it down to his running back, or his wide receiver, rather.
Oh, this guy's killing him on the clock thing. Oh, it causes first down and stopped it.
And now they blow it back into play, and a spike. Second down and 10 from the 26 of the Panthers with 28.9 seconds to go. Of course, don't forget, join us each and every Wednesday night from Wild Wing Cafe for the High School Coaches Show, 6 p.m. until 8 o'clock or 8:30, depending on how many coaches. We had about 12 coaches this past Wednesday. Lots of great food, lots of great high school football talk as well from all the area teams you want to know about. Second and 10 from the 26. Benton stops, just floats one up in the air deep, and it's intercepted again in the end zone. He's going to bring it out as Collins, flag on the play at the 10, out of bounds at the 30.
Blocking
goes Collins. And again, confusion on the route. The receiver went inside, Benton threw it outside, and Collins, playing center field, just caught a lob ball.
Again, just a miscommunication, or somebody hadn't been studying their playbook, because he just, like you said, and the thing was the safety or cornerback over here broke on the ball, but it was nowhere close to the receiver cutting across. He was really running a post route, and it should have been a flag route. Going to be a block in the back with 17 seconds.
And that happened right away down here, too. So now if you're the Panthers, you don't get points on the board there out of the Wildcats. You just take a knee and get out knowing, hey, we scored last. We feel like we have the momentum after a touchdown, and then you get the turnover.
Well, especially since they're in such a prevent now. I don't see you being able to hit a home run.
I think they're just going to.
Yeah,
they'll just play it safe and take a snap here.
Yeah, in the victory formation. And to be honest with you, the way they've played in the first half, to only be down by 11, it could be considered a victory.
Greer's going to take a knee, and that looks like that will do it as time will expire. So 26-15. Is your halftime score. And we'll see if Chris can get a word with Coach Glisson. And Coach Glisson, I know right now, talking to the officials on the side. Of course, don't forget we got the halftime coming up. Jeffcoat Trent Funeral Home halftime report coming up from Braden. We'll get you caught up on all the scores here on FM Talk 93.9. As we await right now, Coach Glisson talking with the striped shirts down there, I see. And we'll see if Coach will come over, and I believe he's going to come over with Chris. Chris, you can go whenever you're ready.
I'm going to get him just a real quick second.
Chris down there. All right. As we're efforting right now, we'll have to check back with Chris, and we'll get what Chris is talking about with Coach here after this halftime break. 26 to 15 at the halftime break. And the Panthers down right now at home. Little momentum here, though, with the score and the interception right before the break as Panther marching band out there getting ready, or excuse me, the marching band for Benjamin Russell out there. And actually, before we go, Chris will give us a couple words. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, I got to talk to Coach at halftime, and he just basically said that was a terrible half of football. We shot ourselves in the foot. He also said Benjamin Russell shot themselves in the foot, so we're lucky to be in at 26 to 15 right now. We've made too many mistakes. We haven't blocked on the offensive line. We turned the ball over when we shouldn't have. We've had 2 interceptions that we fell down, honestly, and put ourselves in bad field position that he wasn't real happy with. The score at the end of right before halftime was really important. It was a good drive. We had made a good pass, and I think that's what you're going to see a little bit more of in the second half. They're going to talk about it at halftime, but they're trying to move the ball downfield. We've got some big wide receivers with Devin and Keenan and Amare, so I think moving the ball down the field. But Coach just said it wasn't a great half of football. We've got to block better on the offensive line. We've got to stop all the mistakes. We just a lot of mistakes. But again, we're fortunate to be down 26-15 with Benjamin Russell making the same mistakes.
All right, appreciate it as always, Chris Tarno down on the sideline, and we'll catch up to him after the halftime break. Right now, let's head back to the station to hear from some of our fine sponsors. It's time for the Panther Halftime Show, brought to you by Jeffco Trent Funeral Home and Crematory in Opelika. 26-15, Wildcats with the lead, and you are listening to Panther Football on FM Talk 93.9.
Bernie is a honorable student. She is a sophomore class representative. She was a member of the student council, served on the field team for Smith Station football, and served as SCA president. She was awarded Student of the Month her freshman year and received an excellent. Bernie is a member of the competition dance team at Prodigy Dance Center, where she dances contemporary, hip-hop, and ballet. She attends Cascade Hills Church and works at Fresh by Lindsay Salon. Jada Jones. Jada is the daughter of Ivan and Diamond Jones. She is supported by her brother, Iverson Jones. Jada is a member of the Smith Station volleyball team and the track team. She runs the 100 and 200 meter dash. Jada is a Navy honor roll student and is a member of the Beta Club and SCA. Jada enjoys writing and spending time outdoors. Representing the junior class, Emily Nicholson.
That's ridiculous.
Emily is the daughter of Jimmy and Tricia Nicholson. She is supported by her father, Jimmy. Emily maintains a 4.0 GPA and is a member of Beta Club, Student Council, Rho Kappa, and HOSA organizations. She received an Excellent Pride Award and is a member of the leadership.
15 seconds.
Emily has been dancing for 11 years and is a member of the competition team at Prodigy Dance Center, where she dances lyrical, jazz, and tap. She attends church.
Welcome back out.
To grow her relationship with
Bill Bailey here with you at TC Britton Field at Panther Stadium. 26-15, Wildcats have the lead at the break. Let's turn it now over to the pride of Robertsdale, the golden dumpling himself, Brooks Childress. Brooks, what you got for us stat-wise?
I think Tim Cook would have an argument that he was the pride of Robertsdale.
Yeah, okay.
I'll take it. Stats-wise on the night, Benjamin Russell and Smith Station. We'll take a look at the team stats to start off with. Both teams have run exactly 38 plays from scrimmage. Exactly 38 for both teams. 240 total yards of offense for the Wildcats and Benjamin Russell, 164 for the Panthers. But the Panthers are leading time of possession, 14 minutes and 45 seconds to 8 minutes and 58 seconds for Benjamin Russell. Also in the stats, 12 first downs for Benjamin Russell, 8 first downs on the night for Smith Station. Passing yards on the night for Benjamin Russell, 167 so far. Smith Station only 77 in the first half for the Panthers. First downs have been 4 rushing first downs, 8 passing first downs for the Benjamin Russell Wildcats. 4 rushing first downs, 3 passing first downs, and a penalty first down for the Smith Station Panthers. Third down conversions on the night. Benjamin Russell converting 50% of the time they're on third down, 5 for 10 on the night. Smith Station only 22.2%, 2 for 9 on third down conversions tonight. Smith Station also only 1 for 4 on fourth down conversions. Both times Benjamin Russell has gone for it on fourth down. They have gotten it. They're 2 for 2 on the night. 2 penalties for 10 yards so far tonight for Benjamin Russell. 5 penalties for 50 yards on the night against the Smith Station Panthers. And then we'll take a look at some of the individual stat leaders on the night. Starting out with the Benjamin Russell Wildcats, Gabriel Benton, the quarterback, is 10 for 26 for 167 yards passing, 38.5 completion percentage, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions on the night. In the rushing category, DeMarcus McNeil, 7 attempts for 29 yards, averaging 4.1 yards a rush. Gabriel Benton also running once for 21 yards, and we know what that one ended up in. That was a touchdown run for Gabriel Benton. Malik Maddox, 2 rushes for 17 yards, 8.5 rushes per attempt on that one. And then also Jakevian Hicks getting 2 rushes for 6 yards, averaging 3 yards per carry there. On the receiving side for Benjamin Russell, it's number 4, Zachorian Milner, 6 receptions for 83 yards, 2 touchdowns, averaging 13.8 yards per reception. Number 1, Christopher Foster, 3 receptions for 47 yards, averaging 15.7 yards per catch. And then number 10, LeBronski McKinney, 1 reception for 37 yards and a touchdown on the night. for the Benjamin Russell Wildcats. Punt returning tonight, DeMarcus McNeil has had one attempted return, no yards out of it. And number 6, Jakevian Hicks also has had 2 attempted returns, no return yards out of that one. On the kickoffs, though, Taquan Williams, 2 attempts for 59 yards, averaging 29.5 yards per kick return from Benjamin Russell. On the Smith Station side, Jackson Greer passing tonight is 9 for 18 for 77 yards. That's good for 50% and a touchdown pass. On the rushing side of things, Iverson Jones, 12 attempts for 48 yards, 4 yards per carry and 1 touchdown. Jermaine Brown, 2 attempts for 17 yards, 8.5 yards per carry there. Devin Pierman, one carry for 12 yards. Jackson Greer, 4 carries for 8 yards. And Quentin Brooks, 1 carry for 2 yards tonight. And then, of course, on the receiving side of things for the Panthers, Devin Pierman, 4 receptions for 37 yards and a touchdown. Jacob Middleton, 2 receptions for 16 yards. Iverson Jones, 2 receptions for 15 yards. And Kanan Williams, 1 reception for 9 yards for the Panthers. And that is a look at some of your stats here for the first half of play.
And so far, I mean, you look at the stats and you just look at everything bearing out and you wonder, I know you don't have time to do the breakdown yet and you're doing such a great job keeping all those stats, but I wonder what the breakdown is between running up the middle on the dive plays and opposed to just running the sweeps right now, because the Panthers were so successful on their first 2 or 3 drives, running the ball just straight up the gut. Since then, they've gone away to it. There's a 4-man front down for Alex City or for Benjamin Russell. I'm looking. I don't see him pinching inside. I don't see any extra deep or linebackers coming. quarters of football here. 12 minutes up on the clock.
I didn't know that Wildcats were known for cowbells, Bill, but, you know, I'm not that great an outdoorsman. But
And what's funny is I was actually reading up on those rules again today. And the AHSA states
no artificial noisemakers.
no, noisemakers are allowed, just not at indoor events.
Are they allowed once the quarterback's over the ball?
They are, it doesn't really say anything. It says they are allowed at outdoor events.
Because I know at basketball
Because you hear the
games they'll
bands
take.
playing the whole time
Yeah.
throughout the snap.
But now I know, like at Auburn High, just courtesy of the band directors, they would always stop it for both teams. I don't know if they still
I don't know if they
practice
still do that or not. Yeah. As Smith Station gets ready and our Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC kickoff coming. Of course, don't forget you can check us out on YouTube.com by going to the Beam 7 and the fine folks over at Beam TV. Is this one short? Little Pooch caught and held on to at the 43-yard line.
That's interesting, I guess. And it almost worked in that everybody else except number 18, was it 18?
Yeah.
Everybody else took off running back downfield. I just thought a little early to be doing that, but you can always catch them by surprise.
Absolutely. Of course, don't forget you're hearing us right now on FM Talk 93.9 as Benton gets set with 4 wide receivers, twins to either side. One running back to the right. Benton back to pass, looking near side out of the way, turning, firing, caught by Milliner, and he's dragged down from behind and around the 47-yard line.
Yeah, the Panthers got a good spot then. Should have been where he started circling back and the guy had him by the hips, but that's only a pickup of about 4 there.
2nd down and 6 from about the 47 is where they'll spot it. Or 48, rather, excuse me.
Blitz.
They'll hand it off on the blitz and scampering up the middle to the 45 to the 40 near sideline 35 and out of bounds, still on his feet is DeMarcus McNeil at 5'3", just seeking his way through, and that it almost looks like a Barry Sanders type runs the way he's running through those non-existent lanes right now. He's just kind of find a way.
Yeah, and Smith's got to break in because we raked our arm across his face mask. Good thing we didn't grab onto it.
There's 1st down and 10. They'll hand it off to McNeil. Starts middle, cuts near side, grab from behind, and ripped down right at the line of scrimmage. Now here comes a late flag, and I wonder if they'll get a face mask penalty on this one on Robert Sanborn, the
Well, there
junior
was
DN.
nothing happening right there where there was no player standing close by to
I
that.
think they're going to say he got
Some
him
of the
around the
face
face
mask?
mask on the tackle, yeah, when he wrapped him up.
No?
Oh, nope. Now they're going to say, no, he didn't. So they will
Either
wave
you-
that one off.
Either you saw it and he did, or you don't throw the flag. I've never understood that. If it was a technicality type thing, but a judgment thing, either you see it and you throw it, or you don't see it.
VAR nullifies that one. Here's 2nd down and 9 from the 34-yard line. Wildcats going from right to left. Play action. They'll swing it out to the far side. Caught by Foster. Makes a move. A little shake at the 27-yard line and down right about there. So this will bring up 3rd down and long here. 3rd and what, about 5, 6?
5. Well, if he ever puts the marker down, I can tell you. It looks like exactly 5, Bill. He's splitting the difference.
He puts it down at the 28-yard line. So 3rd and 5
Here they
upcoming out on the
come.
far hash. Panthers showing blitz. 3 down linemen. They've gone more to this 3 down lineman set. 4 linebackers across the back. They're going to turn. Here they come. Benton fires the slant. Caught by Milliner at the 25, and he'll turn the corner and race his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, what happened right then was we gave away the blitz too early.
Yeah.
And that they like you said, meerkatted over here. Coach changed the play and hit right in the zone where the linebackers had run out of.
Well, and the slant has been there all night. I mean, just the drag routes, the slant, and the receivers are just running away from the DBs right now. And when they're in zone, they're just finding those holes as the kick is up, and the extra point is good, and that's the first extra point try good tonight. The first two have been blocked.
Yeah, the first one
by the
didn't come back
Panthers.
at his face.
And also Brooke finally happy to smile and see it go through the uprights instead of coming right back at his face. So
I see
the
my dad's
Wildcats-
alma mater, the Robert Steele Golden Bears.
No, that's your dad's alma
24-0.
mater. Wow.
Yeah, y'all be talking about.
Well, he and Brooks and Tim Cook. I mean,
Yeah,
you put,
that's good company
put
there.
Dewey up there as well. I didn't
That's
realize
right.
that. Yeah.
But the Golden Bears have been down for a while. I like that Golden Bears, Bill.
I think of Sugar Smacks when I hear Golden Bears. I don't know what that is.
That's very good. But I think Grizzlies. And have those green colors we saw on that team from Columbus that time, that dark green and black.
Yeah.
Or I like BR's colors because they remind me of Mississippi State.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of
I
that.
love that dark maroon. My daddy had a
Anything with the maroon or
my
burgundy
daddy
or
had a
purple
Mercury
hue.
that was maroon, and the back window rolled up and down.
The
You know, back then you could sleep in the back, laying in the back window. You knew you was in trouble when he was doing about 70, and he started rolling the back window down.
This kickoff brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC and Opelika. Get ready to smile. Panthers take it back at around the 14 on the near sideline. Turn, big hit at the 27-yard line, and we've seen some really big knockdowns here tonight.
And unfortunately for the Panthers, it's been mostly the Wildcats that have been plying the wood to folks.
A lot of them have come from Goggins. That time Malone, one of those in there, along with Caleb McClendon. So the Panthers here, you get the score towards the end of the half. You get the interception. You feel like you got a little bit of momentum, but credit the visitors. They went down, they strike right away, they increased the lead 33-15. Now it's the Panthers' job here to answer on 1st and 10 from the 27. Greer back to pass, 4-man rush, steps up in the pocket, slips through to the 25, caught from the side, and wrestled to the ground at about the 28-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Bill, that guy right there, he is a player, the one with the broke arm, Gavin Vickers. He's all over the place.
Here's second down. They'll give them a gain of 1, 2nd and 9. And on a play like that, everybody was so spread out, you'd almost like to see Greer kind of roll a little bit to the side. I wonder if they have any plays like that where he does make a little bit of the roll. I know in game
But that's
one against
how we
Russell
scored
County,
down
yeah,
here. Remember, he rolled out.
he rolled to the right. And we've seen him this season roll both ways. Here's a turn. They'll fire it far side. I like that as they slip it out. Little side-to-side action, but that's a little bit different wrinkle. As I said, get him out of the pocket, keep that pressure off of him, and eventually they're going to have to start sitting back and paying attention to whoever's in the flat or whoever's on the side, as that one picks up about 5 or 6. They'll put it 3rd down and 2, I think, at the 35-yard line.
They need a first down at least. Get a little bit going right here.
4 wide receivers, turn, handoff, up the gut, first down to the 40, legs churning away at the 44-yard line. Going sideways is the pile, and now they'll blow everything dead. And that time, Iverson Jones putting his head down and just waiting for someone to hit.
Again, now our offensive line, Bill, is starting to block. It sounds
But
like
again, that was right up the gut. It was
Yeah,
more
you're
of a
right.
dive. It was behind center
in
and
the
guard.
O-hole, and we
mean-
called it the 0 hole and the 1 hole.
You didn't call it the AB? Okay. Some call it AB. Some call it 0-1. They'll hand it off. Jones now starts a little bit off of right guard this time. Sitting up,
There
gets
you
to the
go.
49 and push back. And just a straight up man versus man matchup between Iverson Jones and Gavin Vickers again.
And he gained right at 5 yards.
Here's 5 right to midfield at the 50. 8:27 to go, 3rd quarter. 33-15. Wildcats with the lead. As they'll substitute on the line here. Panthers go twins to either side. Jones slips off the right hip now of Greer. 4-man rush. He'll turn, fire at far side. Has a receiver there. Caught. Is it caught? It is on the far side by Peabody.
Well, they've been baiting him and finally got it over his head. And, I mean, Peabody just went up and fought for the ball, made a great catch. This is what we need right here. Get a quick score. Still 8 minutes to go in the third quarter.
That one down to the 22-yard line. First down and 10 Panthers. From the far side, they'll fake it, fire it near side.
No.
The ball was tipped. And coming back to catch it was Pearman.
But Pearman was between a rock and a hard
Yeah,
place.
he was really.
If he doesn't catch the ball, it's a lateral, and the other team can pick it up. If I'm them, I'd decline the penalty.
Well, it was a tip ball at that as well.
Why take the penalty?
Holding against the Panthers. And that'll back him up.
He's trying to tell him to decline it, the coach is. And, that poor old guy that's been spotting the ball tonight, we're going to buy him a GPS.
Yeah.
But he spotted the ball wrong.
The catch was backwards. They lost on the play anyway. They lost about 5 or 6 on the play. This one all the way back at the 28-yard line. Greer back, 5 wideouts. Floats one far side, has him there.
That's in a
fight at the 1. And the firework show of yellow flags explodes into the night air.
It's the same D-back Bill that got away earlier in the first half. Remember on the deep route, they were patty caking, and he just grabbed him. He just did it again there. He's just too small. They're going to put in a little taller guy now.
Yeah, Dontarius Thomas at 5'7". They've been doing a good job keeping step for step. That's one of the few times that the Smith Station Panthers have gotten behind the DB. And, once he was behind, there was nothing he could do on that far side. You have him at 5'7". You got Peabody going about 5'10", 5'11" or so.
It's still second down, though.
Yeah, the penalty brings it up, but doesn't bring it enough, so it'll be 2nd and 1, it looks like. 2nd and 2, actually. And they'll hand it off, coming near side, trying to stretch it again. Iverson gets turned around, and he's knocked down hard,
but they hit him and he spun around. If he didn't get a first down, he got close.
Guess who that is again? That's Goggins.
Third down, 3rd and less than 1 now.
3rd and
You just got to bow up and get this. I'd run him up and sugar huddle and do a QB sneak.
This is from the 13. 3rd and 1. They'll go to throw. The ball slips out of Greer's hands. And that's a turnover. I don't know if that's an interception or a fumble, whatever it is.
There's a Statue of Liberty and the wrong guy got the ball.
It's in the hands of Spradley. And the Panthers getting ready to knock on the doorstep there.
Yeah, he turned to his left to hit the guy out in the flats. And when he did, he put his arm back, and the defensive man just took the handoff on a Statue of Liberty.
Big time momentum changer here. 1st and 10 from the 24 for the Wildcats. Benton out of the gun, hands it off to McNeil. Caught behind the line at the 20, and he'll go down there under a heap of black jerseys.
Oh, well, there's no doubt. Not only do the Panthers need a stop right here, we don't need them to have a long drive even if they don't score, because the clock's now working for them, just about to go under 6:30.
Carson Thomas and Malik Harris in on that last tackle. Here's 2nd down and 14 from the 21. Benton peering to the near side. 4 wide receivers set, twins to either side. Running back off his right. Here comes the pressure. They'll slip it out far side. Milliner, flag is out. He get back to the 21-yard line, but a flag out behind the play in the area of holding.
Yeah, he grabbed him by the shirt, grabbed the D lineman by the shirt. But here, time's important, so do you take the penalty? Or the play lost yardage, why not take the play?
See what it is.
Well, it should
They're
be
going to move him back. They'll keep walking down to about the 8-yard line.
With this crowd, I'd be scared to give them extra plays more so than yards. Yeah.
So it's still second down.
You hold them twice, they're kicking from their own end zone, so
They have to get to the 33, 34-yard line, I believe.
they're going to give it to the running back.
Ball all the
right
way
here.
back at the 7 on second down. Benton looking up, tries to take off, hit from behind, and he'll go down back around the 2-yard line.
50.
And so far, so good. And this will set up third down. And what about 32?
Yep. Third down and OJ. Who else was 32 that played in the pros? Well, William Andrews that played for Auburn.
There's been a few 32s that have come through. Here's Benton, though. They go tight set, 2 wide receivers. And they will just hand it off and try to get some space. McNeil starts left, cuts it back inside, gets to the 10, and a little bit of breathing room for the punt team. They'll actually give him to the 11, and this will still set up fourth down and very long for the Wildcats. And if I'm correct, I think this is the first punt of the night for the Wildcats.
It is. What number was Jim Brown? He was 32, wasn't
Here's 32.
he? I should have started at the top, shouldn't I?
So Caden Hyde, it looks like, will be the man on to punt. He's halfway into his own end zone. Panthers with the late man on. Here's the punt. High. Backspin end over end. Fair catch called by Green, and he'll fall backwards with the catch at the 38-yard line. So excellent field position here for the Panthers. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line of the Wildcats. 4:41 to go, third quarter.
Right here, we just got to have points, and I'm talking about touchdown.
Handed off to the running back to the 35, and Iverson up and hit from the DB right around the Quan Williams with the hit.
Yeah, he's picked up 5 yards. Trying to bounce it outside like that.
Blocking type of thing where he starts inside and then he just career back to pass, looks across the middle, has 3 guys there.
Be a first down. Don't have to.
Go down, go. To the 15, ball came out, and they're going to say he was down. They're going to say he was down. As the ball came loose again, but they're going to say Quentin Brooks, the sophomore running back, was on the ground.
What's your
and that'll be a
replay
first
show,
down.
Bill? If you can see it. Hard to tell.
Going to the near side, looking, zips one to the tight end.
Probably had 10 yards. He could continue to roll. Behind the marker.
Making yourself basically at 9. The pitch, Greer takes interesting wrinkle there that time.
And realized the running back wasn't looking.
Fourth down. Been a lot of hands. Here's fourth down and 6 from the 11. Panthers will go for it. Play action inside. They'll fire it across. Touchdown, Panthers!
I'm sorry, Bill. I jumped your line.
You're good. Panthers are in the end zone. All is right with the world. As Williams. The board is Green. Green backfires it across the middle. I think they were all looking at it good.
Well, Benjamin Russell is saying is I snatched the time.
Third. Chris. Right there. All right, we'll check in with Chris here in a little bit. 33-23. Right here on FM Talk 93.9. And of course, as Nick said, Beam 7. Check them out on YouTube. I believe it's Chris and Togar. Togar, I believe he's Turkish royalty, if I'm not
Togar?
mistaken. Yeah.
Sounds
I heard that somewhere.
Or he sounds like an enforcer for a sheik or something. Oh, Toga.
Once the pride of the national soccer team of Turkey, I'm told. As this one kicked high into the air. End over end comes down right around the 6 to the 10 to the 20. Grab there and chucked down right about the 19 is what they'll give him. Tyquan Williams with the return that time for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Tycon, instead of sprinting, kind of ran up there and squatted. You just can't do that. You ain't going to get any yards doing that. They said it. I like this guy. He likes to put it on a line when he can find one. Is he okay? He's bending over. I guess he is, the head official.
Here's Benton out. Now another late Panther coming out onto the field. 4 wide receiver set, twins to either side. Panthers are going to man up on the outside, bring one over the top. They'll go play action, swing it out on a little tunnel screen. Spin at the 15. Flag comes out to the 20, up to the 22-yard line. It gains about 2 or 3, but yeah, flag came out immediately right after the catch of Foster.
Yeah, the other wide out. And again, it wasn't really called for because the guy had already spun out of the guy's hands.
We'll wait on the call here.
Yep, that's what they call. Of course, now the guy that was standing there where it happened didn't call it. It's this guy back here about 30 yards back.
We'll see. They'll move it all the way back to the 11-yard line. Band getting loud on that far side for Smith Station. They've gone up in terms of decibels here. Here's Benton. 4 wide receivers. Play action, fires it far side on the tunnel screen this time. It's caught by the wide receiver, hit behind the line, and he'll push his way forward to about the 16-yard line.
I think we're pressuring him more now, Bill. We're getting more pressure on him, and that's why he's not being able to get the ball down the field.
And the other thing is on that outside, on those little screens, the DBs are recognizing everything better. They're realizing it's coming, because at first the DBs were all about 10 yards back. They've moved everybody up saying, okay, they've beat us deep a couple of times, but we still got to get right in their face and try to create or disrupt.
And that's what they're doing now. They're walking up on both of the wideouts.
Everyone will take their play clock is down to 4. They're going to have to call a timeout here. And now with the 1, a timeout is called. TC Britton Field at Panther Stadium, 1:16 to go in the third quarter. It's 33-23 in favor of the visitors. Let's send it back to the station for 30 seconds. You're listening to Panther Football on 93.9.
Try that Auburn game, Bill. Auburn.
They're killing them. Welcome back out. Bill Bailey, Walter Northcutt, Chris Tarnow on the sideline with you. 2nd and 14 from the 17. Ben hands it off. Ball is on the ground at the 14-yard line. Both teams pointing. The official says third down. McNeil never quite got the handoff, and I believe it was recovered by 71 Cooper Spears, it looked like.
He didn't take the handoff very smoothly, and it bounced off his thigh pad and went straight ahead. Just happened to roll past the Panther before he realized it was on the ground.
So the right guard bailing him out now, 3rd down and
a bunch.
Yeah, about 15 or 16, back around the 14-yard line. Benton will hand it off again. They'll go up the middle again. McNeil slips a tackle at the 20, still on his feet, 25, 30, down to the 35, and out of all that, 3rd and long, they go to the ground on the little draw, and McNeil picks up the 1st down and then some.
Yeah, they got a guy down too, Bill. He can't come off the field. That'd be right tackle, I think.
That is 55, Trey McMillan, a senior lineman at 6'5", 257. Big.
That
was
little
a
draw
huge
play
third
because
down.
they hide behind those big running backs. He slips the ball into him. But the key is the offensive line is getting contact, locking up on their man, but they don't lose contact. That's where you get in trouble on a draw.
Yeah.
You lose contact with your man, let him run free and make the tackle. But now they're not doing that. They kept contact with all the Smith's linemen, and that little fella all of a sudden popped out behind there, and he was putting on a show.
32 seconds to go here before the end of the 3rd quarter. Panthers down by 10. Wildcats get out of the hole here. It's 1st down and 10 at their own 35, going from right to left.
Man, if we could have held them, made them punt from almost their own end zone, that would have been huge right there.
They were so close to getting a fumble recovery down there as well around the 15.
Yeah.
Benton hands it off again, starting inside, getting to the 36-yard line this time, just a gain of 1.
That should end the quarter right there.
And again, the carry by DeMarcus McNeil, and that'll do it. Let's send it back to the station for a 60-second timeout. 33-23, Wildcats with the lead, and you're listening to Panther Football on FM Chalk 93.9. Bill Bailey, Walter Northcote with you here live in field in Panther Stadium. McNeil gets the handoff on 2nd and left to right in this 4th and final quarter. Ball gets to the 40-yard line.
Now we can honestly say this is a big play, Bill.
Yeah.
You hold them here, make them punt.
You go to the bread and butter here on the slant route. 4 wide receiver set, trips to the top, 1 to the bottom. McNeil is the running back, and now he'll switch from the right side to the left hip.
I think the linebackers are looking for that draw. See them coming up?
They're coming up, 4-man rush. They'll throw it near the side, incomplete, and again, Green is right there. Ever since they've moved Green to take the solo man on the wide side, he's really done a great job of just shutting everything down, and that time you almost had one of the DBs coming across. He could have picked it if he would have looked up.
Yeah, well, Green, of course, the quarterback's got so much confidence in his arm, he tries to put it in a small space.
So 2nd punt of the game upcoming. First punt went about 30. A little bit. Green back, takes it, and on the run at the 26. Takes off far side to the 40. To the now as Green will take it to the house for the Panther touchdown.
No flags, Bill. And the Panthers are back in it.
He doesn't need a lot of room, just a little window, and that's all that he needed to take it to the house. And the junior, we just talked about his defensive efforts.
Uh-oh, what are they talking about?
Gets it done on the special teams, and now They're talking about something on the sideline. I wonder if you get a situation sideline warning, I bet.
If it wasn't sideline interference. Here we go.
They're going to say sideline warning, yeah. And that, you do see that happen. That's the first warning against the Panthers. You have a big play to bring you back, especially when it's going down your sideline. Everyone forgets about giving the official room to go up and down. Coach Glisson getting the explanation, and now they're saying it's actually Coach Glisson pointing to himself. And now the official still talking to Glisson.
No, he's pointing at one of the other. You know what the guy's position is, got on a bright yellow top. They pointed at him again. He's the one that got out there in the way. And he's trying to hide behind the players. Now look, he's gone way back in the crowd.
Can't take away the effort though right there of Green, making it 33-29. You kick the extra point, you're down by 3. You go for 2 and get it, you're only down by 2. And what was just a 3-score game at the beginning of this third quarter, now cut to single digits. And they're still talking over there with a different official now. A couple officials are talking on the far sideline as we finally get this thing going. Panthers line up in the swinging gate. It's been successful twice so far tonight.
I think I would kick it.
Green waiting on it. And yeah, especially after everything that went on.
It's a lopsided.
It'll be Josh Childs actually to kick this one, not
They got to
Renfro.
call timeout.
8 seconds on the clock. And now the Panthers. Yeah, not sure what that was. Panthers have to burn a timeout, and you hate to see that here in the fourth and final quarter.
They followed the guard back over there, or the tackle, but instead of going to the other side of the center, he just lined up by the center, so everybody was to the left of the center.
See if we can get a hold of Chris Charno down on the sideline. Chris, what you got for us down there?
You can't get on the field.
All right.
I'm here, Bill. Can y'all hear me?
We got you.
Bill, you got me?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were agreeing with the sidelines, with the call. He was telling the official, he was saying, I agree with it, we'll keep them back. We just don't have a lot of room over here. And one of the things the official told him is that they weren't having problems on the bench. A lot less room on the home side than on the other side, and with the tent coming out is what the officials were talking about, people getting out on the field. But Coach Glisson agreed with him. He wasn't arguing the call. He just said the official just kept going and going and going, which is why they so. In the game, we have all the momentum, and you know what momentum means. Momentum can be super powerful.
Appreciate it, Chris. Extra point was good by Childs that time. So it's 33-30. Panthers down by 3, 10:52 to go. And Renfro will be the man to kick it away.
Well, they hit it on the head. They got momentum, so.
Williams on the near side.
Get a big return to flip that around.
Williams on the near side, Foster on the far side. Renfro will push it towards Williams on this near side, take it back at his own 3 to the 5 to the 10. Near side 15, running straight out of bounds at the 17-yard line. He looked up and saw a wall of black and decided safety first.
Yeah, he had no.
Not a bad decision.
No, That was a good play by him that time. The Padres beat the Braves in the conclusion of game 1. They'll play again tonight.
They started in the 6th inning and had rain delay upon rain delay upon rain delay.
Yeah.
You can catch all those rain delays on AM 1230 WAUD.
But that puts them 1.5 games up, depending.
First and 10 from the 18. Fires, hit, complete. Caught at the 20, and now a flag comes out behind the play. And I think they're going to say a late hit against the Panthers.
His arm was already by his side.
Danye Core will be the man called for in number 1, it looks like.
Man, you can't do that. We're doing so good. Don't give up the momentum on just dumb plays. You can't do that.
The thing that's encouraging about that play, obviously you don't like the end result, but you do like the way it played out. The DB sitting right on top of the back of the wide receiver there, not allowing him to have any space.
And we saw them trying to go back over the middle. You know, they got where they were throwing it kind of laterally too, a lot.
Yeah.
Instead of that deep crossing route.
So here's first and 10 from the 36 going left to right. He'll bark, they'll send an extra man, and now flag out.
We're going to get 5. Going to get 5 yards back right here.
Yep.
A little illegal motion. I think he called it on the center.
Center was flinching. The Panthers almost went themselves that time. There's no microphone here to hear the officials.
I don't think he would tell you anything anyway. He's had to do enough talking to the coaches. He's probably hoarse by now.
I was going to say, it's a lot of consultations today. First and 15, ball back at the 31-yard line. They'll hand it off to McNeil. A slash his way past. Almost lost the football. He popped up. The ball popped up close towards his face mask, and he was brought down for no gain on the play. Here's a second down and 15 back at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, really starting to flex defensive muscles right now. The Panthers are come up, stop the gaps.
How much do we talk about that throughout a football game? Gap penetration right there. Second and 15 from the 31, Benton. 4 wide receivers set, trips to the top, 1 to the bottom. McNeil shifts over off the right hip this time of Benton as he'll give another signal to the 3 wide receivers on the far side. He'll look that way, look to the near side, still looking, rolls near side, fires it short, incomplete. Tried his first real touch pass of the night, and it ends up too far in front of the intended receiver of Christopher Foster at the 41. Third and 15 upcoming.
That was one that he touched when he really probably should have went ahead and just zipped it right at him. Yeah.
Well, and I wonder if that throws the wide receivers off as well. They're expecting a fastball every single time. So when they see one floating a little bit, it's like they don't know how to react because they themselves are running at 100 miles an hour.
This big third right here for our Panthers need to stop.
4 wide receivers, twins to either side. Benton calls for it. Back to pass. Here's the pressure up the middle. He's hit once, twice. Is the ball out? Is the ball out?
No.
Nope, he got it back, but Benton goes down back at about the 20.
Yeah,
it looked like he started to lose it a little bit.
Yeah, this is the tale of 2 halves here right now. It's all Smith Station because other than one roughing the quarterback call, we've cut out those mistakes.
And it looks like, he did held on to it. It was his right arm flailing in the air, and the left one that was secured around the football is Green at the 50. Does he have another one in him? This one, high wobbler, fair catch called by Green. Bobbled, but caught on the chest right around the 48-yard line. And the Panthers set up now, down by 3, 33-30 with 9:04 remaining in quarter number 4. You got momentum, you got things set up your way. And for the Panthers so far, as you said, Walter, a tale of 2 halves. And so far this half, knock on wood, they haven't gotten in their own way. 4 wide receiver set, bunch trips to the top. They'll hand it off to Jones, going to the strong side, running hard past the 30 or 45 down to the 40-yard line. 2nd and 2 upcoming. A final for you. Russell County 42, Beauregard 14.
I'll tell you what, if you believe in football miracles, they've turned that program on its head out there. Done a good job at Russell County.
2nd and 3, they'll call from the 40. Greer this time will keep it on himself and actually scamper his way up to around the 36-yard line.
Right now, it's just dominance by the line, and the backs are blocking. Everybody's doing their job, and you kind of hold your breath. Of course, you're out of field goal range if you get to a 4-down situation, so they would have to go for it, I would believe.
1st and 10 from the 36 here for the Panthers. They'll bunch trips to the left this time. Greer back, looks across the middle, turns, fires, ball in and out of the hands, incomplete. Again, they run just 3 wide receivers up the gut, turn around, and 5-yard hooks, and that time it was intended for Pierman, who couldn't hang on.
Yeah, it went through his hands. That's a catchable ball. He took some punishment, but if you're going to be a wideout running in the middle of where those linebackers are, you're going to have to hold on to those kind.
Talk about Russell County's win. Of course, Opelika falls to Central 38-7 tonight as 2nd and 10 from the 36. Greer back, fires it down the far sideline. Caught by Williams. Touchdown, Panthers! He caught that thing going down to his knees on the far sideline. He just reached down, pulled it up and in stride, and the Panthers, for the first time tonight, have taken the lead with 8:09 remaining at 36-33.
Yeah.
No swinging gate this time.
No, we ain't playing right now. We're going to get this point in here and get a 4-point lead.
Childs, the extra point, punches through, up and good. And the Panthers suddenly have risen from the ashes here in the second half. 37-33, they lead it with 8:09 remaining.
Well, you can just tell by body language from the two teams what's going on. You don't have to look at the scoreboard. These guys that were jumping up and down and slapping each other earlier on the Benjamin Russell sideline, now they got their heads hung and their arms on their hips. Well, on the other side, the Panthers have lit a fire among themselves and the crowd.
And now, Smith Station, they're trying to get the special teams to go over there.
Surely we weren't trying to set up an onside, you
Well, I think they were trying to just assure, okay, we can't get it to one of their deep men. You wonder here, do you keep it away from, I mean, you got lots of speed in Foster, you got tons of speed in Williams. Here's our Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC kickoff. Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick and Opelika get ready to smile. Panthers smiling now. Renfro to kick from the 40 from right to left. Here it is, shorter kick, much shorter kick. Hits down on the ground, takes a bobble off the returners, and that's on the far side, that's Foster.
Yeah,
and it'll come down at the 22-23 yard line.
They kicked it to the right guy, the one that looked least likely to be able to catch it. And
that's called precision kicking, though, right there. He put it in the perfect gap, did Renfro.
And it bounced and hit him off the shins and went back toward the Smiths players. He was just lucky that he was able to beat them to the ball.
So Benton and company back out on the field. 8:05 to go. Panthers now with the 37-33 lead. Benton, low snap, rolls to the near side, looking, stops, eludes one, still looking, fires, guns in, and almost picked off. Intended for Milliner, and stepping in front of that one to break it up was Dylan Carnan.
Well, again, they're just a little bit unorganized. Here was a problem right here, though. Number 19 was all alone. They just couldn't find him. He was way downfield.
2nd and 10 upcoming from the 23-yard line. Clock is stopped with 7:57 to go here at TC Britton Field at Panther Stadium. From the far hash, Benton, 4 wide receivers. There's the snap. He'll hand it off. McNeil on the draw. He'll get past 1, 2, and then spurt forward past the 30, close to about the 31, and that'll be close to a first down.
Now you want to discuss a big play. Here you go. They don't pick up the first, and you're going to be close to 7 minutes left in the game. You have to give up the ball.
3rd and 2 from the 31-yard line. Benton takes a snap, throws it near side, incomplete. Flag comes out from way back and hits one of the Panther players. That happened within 5 yards, and now Carden saying the ball was tipped. And now the officials will talk about that one thrown by the official all the way on the near side. There was lots of contact there. But number 4, Milliner, hadn't even turned around and looked for the ball yet.
They're yelling it was tipped.
Pass interference.
But none of the officials saw it tipped.
Yeah. Brooks will go over there and talk to the official.
Well,
and I think all the officials, he's looking going, was it tipped? And none of the officials have been able to confirm it. I didn't see that it had gotten tipped myself.
I didn't either.
So here's first down and 10 at the 46-yard line. Ball on the far hash. A little bit of breathing room. I feel like a little bit of life now here for the Wildcats with 7:25 to go. Benton, Barks, gets it. 3-man rush. Looking, still looking up. Here comes the flag. Holding with the flag out. He'll turn, fire at far side. Ball thrown and incomplete. Off the fingertips on that far side of Foster. And for a 3-man rush, they were able to put something on it. And I think it was big number 45, Robert Sanborn, who had gotten around and gotten a little bit of pressure in there.
He's been a consistent good player. I believe he may be lining up over here on 55. 55 keeps throwing his arms up like, what do I got to do? Well, you got to do something without grabbing him.
They'll move it all the way back to the 26-yard line. Wow. So this is about
30
first
yards.
And 30, yeah. They'll throw it near side on the toe screen, caught by Foster. He's going backwards, spur around and back to the 20-yard line. And who's there again? Dylan Carden.
Man, it's the guys tonight you don't always expect. Carden and Green.
Carden, we've called his name a lot, just really not until this fourth quarter here tonight. We've called it all throughout the season. That time they sent pressure from the outside. Brooks was coming from this near side. You also had another guy on the far side on the blitz.
But again, watch their body language, Bill. They're just kind of wandering around. Now, there's not as much intensity on that Benjamin Russell side as there was.
2nd and 35 from the 22-yard line. Benton back, empty backfield. Looks left, steps up, pressure there, turns and sacked back and around the 13-yard line. And now it's all Panthers all the time.
They just pushed it straight up the middle. There was nowhere for him to go. And as we've seen, he doesn't like to improvise. He doesn't like to try to scramble. So once they got him hemmed in, he was going down.
This will bring up 3rd down and about 6 miles. 3rd and 47 back at the 12. I'm terrible at math, but
do you run a draw?
It's about 50 yards to go for a first down. The first down is at the 44 of the Panthers, and a flag is out behind the play for delay of game.
It says 47.
Yeah, they have to get to the 44 of the Panthers for a first down. Delay of game. Charge to Benjamin Russell, or did they get the timeout?
Yeah, they got the timeout.
So they're going to save 5, and instead of 3rd and 52, it'll be 3rd and 47. 5:38 to go. Panthers, 4-point advantage right now. Let's see if we can get a word in with our man on the field, Chris Tarnow. Chris, what you got for us?
Y'all got me?
We got you.
The momentum, Mighty Mo, Walter and Bill is on the side. And I don't know that I've seen a on time.
We'll get back to Chris. I think the band overriding him down there.
Well, our man on the scene down in Dothan, Joe Dalton, just checked in and said that you're doing your usual good job, Bill.
I appreciate that. I haven't heard that name in a
He
while.
didn't say nothing about me, so it kind of hurt my feelings.
Here's a third and a long, very long bend back, turns, heaves one, hit. It's a duck, but it's caught. No, bobbled, dropped at the 41.
Oh, man.
I was waiting for someone to come out of the blinds as that one came down the field sideways in the hands of the receiver and out. It looked like it was going to be a catch, but I think that time the receiver looked up to see where everybody was.
Well, the problem was if he catches it, watch on the replay, he's behind everybody then. He can run for a first down, if not a touchdown. So
Cardin was the man there to help break it up as well again. And so no punts until the end of the third quarter. Now punt number 4 here for Caden Hyde. As this one low, he'll pick it up, boot it near side, a wobbler. Green calls a fair catch, and on his knees makes it at the Wildcat 37-yard line with 5:23 remaining.
now, Bill, do you revert back to just pounding? You got the clock, and you got the ball in their territory.
Yep. I hand it to number 6. So here we go.
He's not even out there.
Oh no,
He's out
they're
there,
gonna. Okay, so they're gonna take Iverson out and put in Quentin Brooks. They've liked this formation tonight. The bunch set tight. They're gonna hand it off to Brooks going to the far side. He'll turn, kind of zone blocking on that far side. He'll get some space past the 30 and pushed out of bounds deep into that sideline. Coach is there to get everybody up. Coach Glisson, the first man in that pile, and of course, it's Brooks in there, and I'll give you a guess on what number is on that far side in the middle of all that. The man who's playing with one arm tonight, Gavin Vickers, again, 42. He has been phenomenal for the Wildcats. Every tackle, every play. I mean,
he's everywhere and you know
we don't have it charted, but he's got to have at least 20 tackles tonight.
And he started that play in the interior line and ran him out of bounds on the far side. Bunch
trips left side. Clock is stopped. Oh, actually, no. Now they're going to measure. He got close to 10. They actually gave him a better spot than I thought. I thought he went out of bounds right around the 29. They're actually going to give him to about the 27.5 or so. They will measure. Looks like it's going to be just on it. And it is just on it.
You know,
got it by 3/4 of the football.
The other thing we have to talk about, Bill, it may be for once, Smith's got a little more depth. We talked about all the people on their roster versus all the people who are standing over here and who have actually played. At least Smith has had the luxury of running more people in and out.
Iverson Jones back into the game. 1st and 10 for the Panthers from the 27. They'll hand it off on the inside. Get Jones, turns, gets hit once, and just makes his way down the football field, taking people down to around the 20.
Going to be a first down if this gentleman over here is right.
Yeah.
Because you can't ever tell.
Close.
It's second.
They're going to mark him just shy of the 20 at the 19, or at the 21. Actually, no, that is at the 19. Let's see where they put the sticks at here now.
I don't know, but
okay, so 2nd and 3 at the 19. Panthers letting the clock go. There's only one timeout remaining here for the Wildcats as well. 2 for the Panthers, so.
Yeah, they're using as much time as possible.
Play clock down to 5. They're going to hand it off, come near side, rumbling through, one-man hit down to the 15 or so.
And
Iverson Jones, Vickers down there, of course. Tyquan Williams coming up to hit, and it will be a first down. That will keep the clock going.
Well, I talked to one of the parents from Benjamin Russell, and he said their problem has been they've been in all their games for the most part, but they don't know how to finish. They don't have the killer instinct.
Yeah.
So late in the third and the fourth, he said that's when we've been tailing off, and that's been the tale of tonight's game.
Panthers were down 4th. Lead it by 4. 4 minutes. 1st and 10 from... Of course, now you see Greer turns, short pitch to Brooks, has to sidestep hard, and nothing doing there. Pitch, I think Greer almost falling down that time. It will eat clock, but that's about it. It doesn't do anything for you yardage-wise. In fact, it will lose a little bit and set up 3rd and 11 now.
Do you throw here, Bill?
Nope.
I don't either, but me and you don't make the big bucks, so we'll see what they do. But I'd run it and let the clock run down.
I mean, if I'm playing Madden, I go in. I'm keeping this ball on the ground, and I'm handing it to my running back number 6. They're going to actually put it in the air and go for the end zone. Incomplete. Looking for a flag.
No, there's no flag.
No flag on the play, and they went with my Madden philosophy, actually.
But that stops the clock.
That does stop the clock. They were looking for Williams on the far side, trying to fool him, but the DB there step for step.
So that means that
2:21 to go.
Regardless of what happens here, Benjamin Russell will get the ball back with 2 minutes left.
Renfro hasn't been the kicker. It's been Josh Childs, the junior. He'll put this one down at the 24-yard line. So a 34-yard field goal off the right hash with 2:21 remaining. Good snap, good hold, no rush, kick is up, kick is no good, wide left. A little bit short, a little bit wide, and...
That's what people say about me.
Still breathing.
I'm a little bit short and a little bit wide.
Oh, the Wildcats.
You don't know what to say. I finally got you back for that alma mater thing.
Here's Benton out now. Now, if you're the Panthers, defense has been doing it here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
One more time to rise up. One timeout still for Benjamin Russell. Here they come from left to right, down by 4. 4 wide receivers go out. Benton looking deep across the middle. Caught at the 42, to the 45, to break away at the 50. Down to the 40. Foot races on to the 20, and into the end zone goes number 4, Milliner. And just like that, 83 yards and a touchdown as they struck now with 2:02 remaining.
He found that. Why is that the first time they've run that play in this half, Bill?
Yeah.
It was open all the first half.
The closest man to
problem was
him.
also some poor tackling.
Yeah, well, and the closest man to him was the linebacker, Ethan Shuford, and Shuford kept falling behind with every step, and, you know, we've called this game a bunch tonight for Milliner. I believe that's his 3rd or 4th touchdown tonight.
This is a big extra point.
Oh,
Bill.
yeah. They've blocked 2. Only 1 has been successful so far tonight. 1 for 3 for the Wildcats. High snap brought down, and the flag came out before the kick got away. False start, offense, and this will back things up.
That could be big. If they don't get it, then Smith just has to get in field goal range with plenty of time.
Also, Brooke had the first extra point blocked, had the second extra point blocked. The 3rd one finally went through when they tried it again. They've gone for 2 a couple of times and have been successful. But the lefty now with a 25-yard extra point. Here comes the rush. The kick is up. Almost got blocked.
Nope.
The flag is out. And I think
Might
they
have
blew
been
it dead
offsides.
first. I think the Panthers that time got offsides. They were coming hard and heavy from this left side, and it looks like they had a good 2 or 3 steps behind the line.
Well, the guy threw the flag on their side of the line, so I would think that's what he meant. Because you can't decline it because they blew the whistles before the.
Everyone's still standing in the same spot. Looks like they're going to try another 25-yarder.
No.
Now we're going to walk back the other way. Okay.
Back to the 3. That rascal better get him some Carhartts like, what's that long guy on TV? What's his name? The defensive lineman?
Howie Long.
Howie Long.
Howie Long.
Better get him some of them walking sneakers.
Here we go again. Third attempt at this attempt. Also Brook waiting. Lefty puts it up and he kicks it through. And the Wildcats, who were looking up here in this fourth quarter, down by 4, now back on top by 3 with 2:02 to go.
Here's your next big decision. You can't kick it deep because you haven't been able to stop them all night. And if you pooch it or just get it down there, you're putting them right back close to field position. So what do? Kick it out of bounds?
I think if you got to kick it short, but you can't give it to him at the 40. Yeah, and if I'm the Panthers, honestly, I'd like to see number 10 somewhere as one of your up men. In that second to last line. They've been kicking it to the tight end Middleton for most of the night. He is one of the up men again.
I don't see 10 on the field.
No, he's not on the field here during the kick returns.
Gotta have him out there. He's a game changer, as we saw a while ago.
They have Collins on the far side now, Wimberly to this near side. They've been aiming for Middleton, and Middleton standing at the 30 on the far side of that field. So the lefty will count off his paces, kick it from the 40 from left to right. Here's the Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick kickoff. As Wildcats smiling, caught back at the 15. He'll cut it back near side, slips a tackle at the 20. 25, cut it to the 30, to the 34-yard line, and down right there.
That almost got exciting, didn't it, Bill?
Flag on the play in the middle of the field.
Blocking the back by the Panthers.
You heard the Wildcat fans screaming on this near sideline.
Hey, the clock didn't run.
And the clock did not run. You're right. It was at 2:02, and now that's what the coaches for the Wildcats are pointing at.
Always helps to play at home, Bill. So how many seconds you think they'll take off?
2:02 still remaining, and actually no, the referee is going to go over, I think, and talk to him now.
Well, that could be a big decision.
He's going to go over and talk with Coach Glisson.
He's going to say, Coach. Of course,
yeah.
What they were sleeping on.
Yeah, it's not like you have your own guy as the clock operator. So, trying to get a word in with Chris Tarno down on the sidelines. Chris, you got us? All right, we'll check back in with Chris here in a little bit as they'll come over.
It took 3 seconds?
They'll
4
show
seconds.
4 seconds on the return.
It's good to be at home.
First and 10, ball at the 28. Greer going right to left, turns, pumped, wanted it deep, instead holds on to it. Gets wrapped up for a loss after the sack of a couple to the 26-yard line.
At what point do you're going to have to consider those timeouts here pretty soon?
140 and ticking. Greer gets everyone set up. Iverson in the backfield. 3 wide receivers to the top, no one to the bottom. Greer back, looking to the far side, fires it in the flat to Iverson. He'll catch it, turn, slip past 1 to the 30, and close to the 35. Yeah, I wasn't sure if he was getting out of bounds or not.
Oh, they kept him in bounds.
And, yep. And so now a timeout. 35. Yeah, Iverson decided he was going to try to turn it up and get that first down and was unsuccessful. So the Panthers looking now with just one timeout remaining.
Yeah, coach.
Timeout on the field. See Chris on the far side. Chris, what's the chalk for us on that far side right now?
Low.
So 1:18 to go, 40-37 is your score. 4 wide receivers, 3 left, 1 right. Greer back, looking, fires it outside, wobbly ball through the hands and incomplete at the 42-yard line. Intended for Pearman, and there's not too many times to see a ball slip through his fingertips. 4th and about 2 or 3 upcoming here at the 35. It looks like they need to get to the 38.
It would have been catchable, but it would have been hard to catch. Now, your other option here, you do have a timeout. If you wanted to run a draw or something up the middle with 6 and try to break him.
It's 4th down here. Yeah, you got to pick up the first down first and foremost. They're going to put 4 on the line. And they'll swing it out near side. Caught behind the line. A fight for it at the 35, and they'll hold them behind the line. And it'll turn things over on downs.
I think they can run the clock. We got 1 timeout left.
One of the big men of the night, Goggins, was there. I believe also there was Tyquan Williams.
Well, I mean, it's a tough lesson to learn. I know you want to get him in space and get him the ball. But
actually, check that. It was 17, Caden Hyde. The guy who's done the punting, and now a timeout. Actually,
it's a timeout. Benjamin Russell took a timeout. If you're going to throw the ball, you've got to get to the first down marker.
Well, again, they swing it out to that side there.
Yeah, but
behind the line, yeah, and they've been attacking that all night long. The only time you've been successful in that play is when you've actually rolled out Greer to that side, and then you've been able to pick up 2 or 3. But when he's been in the pocket and tried to flare it out into the flat, the Panthers have not had success. So now 1:05 to go, 40-37. The lead is with the Wildcats, and they're lined up in victory formation now. Panthers still with 1 timeout remaining. And it's so funny that to see sometimes the victory formation out of the shotgun, because that's just what teams are used to.
Yeah, that's scary though.
Benton there takes a knee very quickly back at the 41, and a quick timeout called by the Panthers. So with 1:01 to go, it'll be 2nd down and about 15.
2 plays at 25 apiece.
Of course,
still going to be close.
Don't forget to stick around for the Panther postgame show, brought to you by the Mission Thrift Store in Auburn. And don't forget that exclusive radio coverage of the Smith Station Athletics Contest has been granted to Tiger Communications by Smith Station High School. Any rebroadcast or retransmission, whether partial or in its entirety for commercial or personal use without the express written consent of Tiger Communications and Smith Station High School, is strictly prohibited. We want to thank Smith Station for allowing us to come over here and broadcast this, and of course the great folks at Beam TV as well for putting us on the YouTube channel.
So Miss Patty can listen to it at home during the week? Can we get written consent for that, Joe?
For what now?
For Miss Patty to listen to my voice during the week.
To listen to your voice? Oh, I see what you're saying. You've written a contract or 2 in your career. Is that Snap and Neil back at the 45?
There will be no request. You don't have to worry about that.
Oh, Panthers had this one in control, all the momentum in the 4th quarter, and the Wildcats are going to snatch some victory here away from the jaws of defeat. The winless Wildcats will pick up win number 1 for head coach Aubrey Blackwell in his first season with Benjamin Russell, and this will put the overall series at 5-1 now in favor of Benjamin Russell as they'll kneel down on third down, and that will do it. Time will expire. The Wildcats come back in an absolute shootout here at DC Britton Field at Panther Stadium, and they win it 40-37 here on homecoming night for the Panthers. We're going to take a quick break, send it back to the station for 60 seconds. When we return, we'll wrap things up with the Panther post-game show and get a word with Coach Glisson as well. Final score 40-37, Wildcats with the win. You're listening to Panther Football on FM Talk 93.9.